Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. Remember, every night I always tell you to share our live stream. It is important. It keeps those up to date who cannot sit behind their television set. So Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, TT Real Talk on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. Like and share our social media platform, viewers. Just a little reminder before the weekend. Real Talk Financing and Investment Company is offering you 2.5% on a fixed deposit system with their company, viewers, for 3 years or 5 years contract. Remember, they're also giving small loans, $20,000 to $30,000 with a short-term payback. So if you're looking for a quick loan for a short-term Real Talk group of companies, you can check them out. So viewers, as we start off our program tonight, it's Fire Friday tonight. Feel free to call in. As we starting off here tonight now, the Ministry of Works and Transport has further extended the deadline for the renewal of expired driver's permit, taxi badge, licensing certificates, and other licensing documents. The ministry said documents expired on or before July 31st remain valid until August 1st. The deadlines have to transfer vehicle has also been extended to August. So those of you who bought vehicles and you can't get a transfer, have no fear. Even though you set a date and you couldn't make it, you have until August 1st, 2022 to do that. So that was just an update by the Ministry of Works and Transport concerning license, driver's permit, transfers of vehicle, thing like that. That's just an update. 2386716 is our number to call in, viewers. I want to hear what you have to say. Transport Commissioner Clive Clark has stated that officials are now warning that they will find driver's permit illegally printed external to the licensing division. Now, he explained that these persons are claiming to be an agent of the division, taking money from persons and printing the permit external to licensing. Furthermore, he said, a new permit will be rolled out very soon, and it will be designed in a way that will only allow for its renewal online. Minister of Works, Rohan Sinha, noted that it is the government intention by mid-year to have a significant number of licensing service available online. So viewers, a new permit is coming on stream, and you could only renew it online. Wonder how much that is going to cost. Well, let's just hope that with this new permit, we doesn't end up like how they bring out the new polymer note and they're saying, well, you know, you cannot counterfeit this. This have a number of serials, you know, and you just can't get it done. I think that was the words of Stuart Young, I believe. Yeah. Was it a gimmick just to spend money to change the currency? Did somebody get kickback from it? We don't know. We don't know. But to date, there are counterfeit polymer 100 notes circulating throughout Trinidad and Tobago. There are. Moving along now. The Ministry of Health has confirmed they received COVID-19 regulation governing the light or the lighting of fire for religious purpose at bodies of water, beach, rivers, stream, etc., and is urging the public to comply with the regulation. Religious organizations and their members are reminded that all bodies of water shall be open between the hours of 5 a.m. and 2 p.m. The Ministry of Health also approved the framework provided by the Satan Dharma Mahasabha Pandit Parishad from the resumption of the river-based post-cremation ceremony, also known as the shaving ceremony. In a letter, Attorney General Faraz Al-Rawi said the Health Minister Legal Department had agreed with Parishad's recommendation. There shall be no more than 10 persons at the river for the ceremony, including those directly involved in the rites covered by the Regulation 3. The length of the ceremony will not exceed 2 hours, and it will be completed before noon. On completion of the ritual, everyone will be asked to leave immediately. So based on a pundit recommendation, the shaving ceremony, which Hindus normally do by the rivers, will take place. You are asked to leave as soon as your ritual is finished, hopefully before noon, and there's only 10 people allowed. So we want to thank the pundit for that. Even though I asked the government why did they ban it, like if they would get COVID by the river. You see, I will tell you something. Yes, it is a religious practice by the Hindu community, but it was also a damp to the Hindu community to prevent them from doing a religious practice concerning the loved one that have been passed on. It's sad. It's sad, it's sad. You know, here it is, they could have campaigned. It was okay to keep a campaign. It was okay for music trucks to be on the streets campaigning. But it wasn't okay for people to go by the river to practice a religious ceremony. It was okay for the government to keep their campaigning. But it was not okay to practice the beliefs of the Hindus by the river, to conclude the ceremony of a dead individual. You see how upside we are in Trinidad? We're upside down. We're on one side. It is okay to do certain things with a crowd, but it is not okay for a different sector. And we okay with this in Trinidad. We okay. If we decide to protest, it is okay to throw tear gas, as if they were on the streets marching, or they were going to start a war. It's sad, you know. It's sad that this is the state that we have to live in, where the TTPS have to take orders from minister or ministers. TTPS is supposed to be an independent body. But who's calling the shots? Who's calling the shots? Who ordered the president to retract the merit list of individual applying for the commissioner of police? Why did they scrap that whole system? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So here it is, Minister Terence Dayal Singh was involved in a motor vehicular accident yesterday morning in Sealots. The incident took place at around 10 a.m. in the vicinity of the Aberchurch Road, police said. The Alsing was in his white. Now listen to this, Listen to this, The Alsing was in his white $703,000 Toyota Prado. I read our papers today. They made sure and call out the price of the Alsing Toyota Prado. But you know, no price was mentioned. Look how stink. Media could be sometime, They made it their business to put the price of the Minister Prado. But they didn't make it their business to put the price of the other vehicle that was involved in the accident. So hear this. The Alsing was in his white $703,000 Toyota Prado, proceeding south along Aberchurch Road, intended to turn right onto Ryson Road. When at the intersection, there was a collision with a silver Nissan Almera. And you know nobody put the price of the Almera? Because the Almera cheap. You know? $30,000-$40,000. They may put the price. So see how media could be one-sided? So the Alsing Prado means something. Good? The Alsing Prado means something. You see the Prado park up? You see the Prado park up there? But this individual vehicle who was involved in the collision meant nothing. It meant nothing. You know, I was saddened. I shed a tear when I saw that. I was like, wow. They could put the price of the Prado, but they can't put the price of the Almera. How sad. So listen to this. The Prado suffered minor damage to the front and rear door on the right side, as well as the right rear rim. The front of the Almera sustained more serious damages. The two vehicles pulled aside and the police were notified. In a press release issued yesterday, the Alsing confirmed he had been involved in a traffic accident. Now, there were also claims that the minister broke the traffic light. So let me hear the audio that the individual who videotaped this is.
I have a small smash up now happened there. But you see that slide here. I call your boy Terrence the Alsing. Okay, white Prado there. You know, bring the lights on this man here. Yeah, right by Sealats. My boy Terrence here.
According to the individual filming that, he broke the traffic light. So I'm asking myself, what is going to come out of this? Mr. Halls, we have evidence now. We have evidence. Is the minister going to be charged for breaking the light like any other individuals in Trinidad? I'm wondering. All I remember the incident where LaHunt was stopped for using his phone. And when the officer approached him close to the vehicle, what did LaHunt said? The Commissioner of Police is on the line. Speak to him. So I wonder now if we're going to see the same stunt here now. I'm just wondering. Trinidad. Are we going to see the same thing? Is this minister too big now? It seems like we have, like God decided to put ministers on the spot. We had the Prime Minister saying, admitting to what he did, breach public health regulation. We have our next minister here, individual who was standing there, videotaped the incident and allegedly said that the minister broke the light. So I believe halls have enough evidence now from individuals to charge. You want individual, you want evidence, halls? There is the evidence. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Great job as usual. But to correct this incident with the minister, the program before yours, the host highlighted the police report. And it's the opposite. The other guy is who broke the light.
The other guy?
Yeah, not the minister. So,
all right.
Yes, so take it. Anyway, you are doing a great job, Mr. Saieed. You use your position, you use your time, you use your program to come out here and do good to humanity, to educate these citizens, to give them knowledge, to make them understand their constitutional rights and so on. Great is human and great is real. So, unlike those bunch of parasites and volunteers that the citizens hired and employed to work for us, they go and use their position and office from the highest office holder down, you know. They use their position to bring pain and suffering and to violate their constitutional rights in this country. That is why you had a minister, Rastaman Hines, could make a racist statement over the weekend go on there about the UNC and Indians and so on. I hardly hear anybody, including Paul Kaufman, condemn that. But you know what they condemn? Julian John made a statement about boycotting those people who, you know, insist on their staff getting the vaccine, mandatory vaccine and so on. You know, he condemned Julian John, but when she well spoke, and I support her for what she said, you know, and with reference to that police incident in the savannah, that was uncalled for, totally uncalled for. There was a lot of doctors there, a lot of nurses and public servants there, and they took note of that. So when you see these police officers visit health centers and so on, or their family, and they get to find out, they will deal with them in time to come. Because they were standing up for the rights of police officers too.
Correct.
Immigration officers and everybody, defense force personnel, everybody. That's what they were doing. And so the Prime Minister, do we no favor opening back the sea? You know, what he's doing now, that should have been done all the time. No liming, no fetting, because seawater purifies and cure any illnesses and so on. We know that growing up. Seawater purifies and cure. And to Kaufman, he now find that dictator, the dictator in this country is the most honorable person, and Faris and all of them is the most honorable person. I don't wonder how much silver he sell his soul for. Anyway, Mr. Said, you keep up the great job. Thank you very much for giving me the time and opportunity.
Thank you, my friend. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that consultation will take place on creating public safe zone and is in the Attorney General's hands for the necessary law to be structured for any such development in the public and private sector. He was responding to questions from MP Ruthie Indarsing about timeline for mandatory vaccination and safe zone status in public service. Listen to this.
This matter was placed in the Office of the Attorney General for the express purpose of consulting with all stakeholders, not the least of whom is the labor movement, and I'm advised that those consultations have taken place, are taking place, will take place, with the Attorney General's office being involved. Some persons have participated, others have not, but the door to consultation remains open, and they will take place as they emerge.
You see what I don't understand with the Prime Minister? In some of his statements, we're not forcing you to take the vaccine. We're not forcing you to take the vaccine, you know. He continued to say this. We are not forcing you to take the vaccine. But, on the flip side to that, if you ain't take that vaccine, you can't come to work. Technically, what you doing? Technically, what you doing? So I want to ask the AG, technically, what is the Prime Minister doing? I want to ask the Minister of Health, technically, what is the Prime Minister doing? I want to ask all the magistrates and the judges who know about the laws of the land in Trinidad and Tobago and know the constitutional rights of the citizens of our country, what is the Prime Minister doing? What are they doing? Rowley said a month extension was granted to the AG for this from January 17th to mid-February. Rowley said that the government had not stated any intention of implementing mandatory vaccine, but noted that phases was an interpretation of Indar Singh and others. On Indar Singh's query on if workers might be legally locked out, Rowley said nobody is threatening to legally lock out anybody. Listen to this.
And that is why, Madam Speaker, we have indicated that the vaccination benefits allow certain things to take place by the vaccinated, while we encourage the unvaccinated to become vaccinated to participate in those benefits. In that context, Madam Speaker, we speak about safe zones or quasi-safe zones, meaning that some areas are better protected than others.
Now, you all heard that clearly. Listen this. Listen this. However, despite an order by the Industrial Court for 7 unvaccinated workers to be allowed to return to work and that they be paid their salary, the workers were locked out of their workplace. Now, the workers were banned from entering their workplace on December 6th and denied their salary because they were not vaccinated. Rowley then added that the quash safe zone meant for some areas were better protected than other. Listen to this.
Minister, can you give this House an undertaking that whatever legislation comes before this Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, that public sector workers will not be illegally locked out by the government of Trinidad and Tobago?
I have no idea what you're talking about, because nobody is threatening to illegally lock out anybody.
Nobody is threatening to lock out nobody. Remember in December, the 7 CWU workers were locked out from entering their workplace? When they took it to the Industrial Court, the CWU won their case. And they were ordered to go back to their workplace. And their workplace locked them out from entering and failed to give them their salary. Why? Because they were unvaccinated. That was an issue in the Industrial Court. And the Industrial Court ruled on the CWU workers. But yet they were denied entry to their workplace. I will tell you something, eh? I will tell you something. I have a question for Terence Dialsing. If the unvaccinated is spreading COVID, correct? If the unvaccinated is spreading COVID, how the hell the fully vaccinated people getting the COVID? Terence, you could answer that? Can the CMO answer that? Can the CMO of Trinidad and Tobago Medical Board answer that? Because I clearly understand that Dr. Avery Hines said, the epidemiologist doctor said, even though you take the vaccine, you could contract COVID-19. So how the hell a safe zone will prevent the spread of COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago? You be the judge, Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Avery Hines is telling us, he's telling the Attorney General, he's telling the Health Minister, he's telling the President, he's telling the Prime Minister, he's telling the entire Trinidad and Tobago population that even though you take the vaccine, you can still contract COVID-19. But Terence Yelsing come out in a big media briefing and tell us if you take the vaccine, it reduces you from getting the risk of COVID-19. Let's talk now. I want the AG to answer that, and I want the Prime Minister to answer that. But you are creating safe zones. So when I heard that, I asked myself, how the hell is our safe zone safe? Because we have an unvaccinated individual getting COVID-19 and you're still dying. They will say because you're unvaccinated. When you're vaccinated now, and you die from COVID-19, fully vaccinated, they say it's comorbidities. I could tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. Not everybody's clown and bouncy head people. Not everybody. So previously, the PM would have also stated that 14% of persons admitted to hospitals are fully vaccinated, while 85.6% are unvaccinated. Listen to this video.
That chart shows you 14% of those who are going to the institution looking for help are vaccinated people. The big blue section, 85.6% are unvaccinated people. You do not have to be a physicist or a mathematician. You only have to be a person who opens his or her eyes and see that the majority of people who are ending up in the hospital looking for hospital care from doctors, nurses, and their support staff are people who are not vaccinated.
Hold your thought right there. We are going for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to continue this discussion because in the coming weeks or the months, all you might end up staying home because all are vaccinated. Right after this break.
I indicated that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Let me tell you a little something now. We have to open our eyes, our ears, and our mouth, you know. And our mouth. 1 minute our Prime Minister is saying they want to make it mandatory. And then on the other side of that now, we're not making it mandatory. But if you take the vaccine, you can't come to work. He just like Terrence. He just like Terrence. So the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago is in a maze now. We don't know what to believe. We don't know. Because on one side of health, if you don't take the vaccine, you could die. On the other side of the health now, you're hearing, if you take the vaccine, it reduces the risk of you getting COVID-19. On the other side now, Dr. Avery Hines telling us, even though you take the vaccine, you could still get COVID-19. So actually, what is really taking place with COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago? Concerning the health minister, concerning the prime minister, and concerning Avery Hines. I want to know. I, as a concerned citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, I want to know if I take the vaccine, if it can reduce the risk of me getting COVID-19, while Avery Hines saying, if you take the vaccine, you're still getting it. Shamfa, being a minister now in the PNM administration, according to Terrence, we're following the science. The science showed to me, Terrence, that Shamfa was fully vaccinated. Now you say, Terrence, it will reduce the risk. But it didn't reduce no risk of her getting it because she got it. And according to Avery Hines, when they step back, Avery Hines said, if you're vaccinated, you could still get it. So which one of these two individuals spoke the truth? We have the AG coming out and saying now, we want to bring a law, a legislation to make it mandatory to take the vaccine, otherwise you're not going to work. On the flip side of that now, we have the Prime Minister saying, you know what, we don't want to make it mandatory. You just can't go to work. We created a safe zone. So I'm asking myself, what is a safe zone supposed to prove? Ask yourself that. What does a safe zone supposed to prove? You're fully vaccinated, but you're getting the COVID-19. And you could still spread it because you got COVID-19. So are you unvaccinated now? You're unvaccinated, you get COVID-19, and you could still spread it. So I'm asking myself now, what the hell kind of daunting head individuals we have running Trinidad and Tobago? Because the science don't make sense, Terrence. If we follow your science, it's making sense. Any doctor, when they sit down and listen to you, or listen to these crazy individuals, they'll be like, what the hell these people trying to tell us? But you know what something, Trinidad and Tobago? Because they hold the titleship of a minister, anything them say, they are the bright ones. They are the educated one. They are the one with the degrees. So if they say jump high, we go jump high. If they say jump off the cliff, we go jump off the cliff. I always say, if you want to take the vaccine, it is up to you. But don't tell me. Don't come and tell me, if I ain't take the vaccine, I can't go to work. Partner, before you come into power, I was working. I was working. So Trinidad and Tobago, Where are we going now? Where are we going? What kind of science Terrence following? You see, in the early when I started a riot by myself on my set and educate you all about this whole COVID-19 thing. Oh, Saieed know nothing. Saieed know what he's saying. He had to listen to Terrence and listen to the CMOs and listen to the doctors. Even the doctors baffled of what these individuals and them saying. Even the doctors. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has stated that the government will make no further official announcement on this year's carnival activities. However, if they do take place, they must be staged in accordance with the current health protocols. If they do take place. So which means they are planning something. Because he refused to make any statement. The Prime Minister stated that there are public health protocols being enforced that will remain in force across Carnival. And any Carnival-like activity will be governed by those protocols. I wonder if it will be governed like just how they had the wedding with the 200 people and plus in Valsine. Terrence, it could be governed like that? Prime Minister, it could be governed like that? McDonald Jacob, will it be governed like that? He added that while Carnival will be scaled down from typical celebration, there are certain Carnival activities that should not be permitted. Listen to this.
I indicated that there are public health protocols in force that will remain in force across Carnival, and any Carnival-like activity will be governed by those protocols. And I indicated, Madam Speaker, that that being so, there will be some kind of Carnival activity which is to be agreed upon by the Carnival fraternity, largely through the guidance of the NCC, the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Culture. And whatever they come up with, Madam Speaker, for the Carnival season of 2022 must be done within the context of the existing health protocols. So there's no further announcement to be made, Madam Speaker. Those are the conditions for Carnival-like activities. And I went further, even before we finalized what that could be, to indicate that there are certain Carnival activities which will not be permitted simply because they are obviously at variance with the requirements of the pandemic response of 2022.
So after those statements, I would ask myself, during the Carnival, we have whining and dining on the streets, we have Carnival bands, we have bars open. So what is not Carnival activity? Tell me. Parading of the bands, the costumes, the whining and dining on the streets. Because that is Carnival. That is Carnival. Call a good night.
A very good evening to Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
And thank you so much for Real Talk. I always look forward to viewing this program. And thanks for allowing me to make a contribution.
You're welcome.
I have so much thing to say. It will take the whole hour, but care what? I'll just stick to one thing tonight. The Minister of Health always come on television and is preaching to us about preservation of life and about vaccine to save your life and think about life saving. And yet this man, the walkover was about 10 feet away from him and choose to cross the road. Saieed, if this man did get in a mashup there with a car or a truck or whatever.
Let me use the correct term, knock down.
Okay, so if he get knocked down Saieed, that's going to be what, COVID?
They would have blamed the driver for not seeing him.
I was so out of it. I was so saddened by what I saw, I shed a tear.
Hey, caller. You're good, you're good. Now, viewers, put back up the video with the accident. When I tell you pause it, eh? Yeah, no. Run it. From the beginning.
A small smash up now happened. For your boy Terrence Yalsing. Okay, white part there. You know, bring the lights on this man here. Yeah, right by Sealants. Oh boy Terrence here.
Isn't that the walkover down there? Trinidad and Tobago. Isn't that the walkover down there? Thank you very much, Director. But it was safer. It was safer to cross the road while vehicles approaching. So as we move on tonight, we have a call. Caller, good night. Hello? After months of consultation with stakeholders and uncertainty, the government has given its approval for Carnival Safe Zone event to be held. Did you hear that? You just heard in our video. You just heard the Prime Minister say, he is saying nothing again. Nothing again he is saying. He said, I like to bring it before and after. In a release, the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts said, only concert type event will be allowed. So concert type event is what, Trinidad and Tobago? What is concert type? Navin, use a music man. What is a concert type event? A large gathering? Thank you. Hey, Trinidad and Tobago. The Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Arts said only concert type event would be held. So I want to ask Mr. Halls. No, not Halls. I'll keep it for something else. I want to ask Mr. Jacob, McDonald Jacob, the Acting Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago. Tell me the difference between the gathering at the Queen's Park Savannah Sunday gone to a concert type event that was okayed by the Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Arts in Trinidad and Tobago. Tell me the difference. When they start having concert type events in Trinidad and Tobago under the public health regulation, I will ask McDonald Jacob, how the hell you ain't going inside there and throw tear gas to dispense the crowd? Hey, let me tell you something. Hold on. You're going to see how stinks it is in the coming weeks for Carnival. In the coming weeks for Carnival, you're going to see something. And then you're going to hear what the kind of wish or the talk I will talk on every one of them police officers or the riot officers and them who dispense tear gas. Let me tell you something. The wish I go and wish them, I ain't wish it on my grandmother. But the right thing is the right thing in Trinidad and Tobago. Because if there's a public health gathering and TTPS officers go to dispense the crowd, I want to see what they're going to do in concert type event happening for Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago. I want to see how stinks it could be. Wait till Carnival event pop up in Trinidad. Wait. McDonald, brace yourself. Brace yourself. Because all you're in for a rough ride come Carnival. Come Carnival. Now listen to this. However, no fete or party will be allowed because of the risk of increased spread of COVID-19 virus. It said event will be limited to only fully vaccinated persons, staff, patrons, service providers, artists, and will be at 50% capacity with a public health regulation. Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Arts, Randall Mitchell, said this was the first step in restarting the event sector. Hello, hold on now, man. Hello, hold on. We got the video with Avery Hines and... Hello, hold on. Let me tell you something. In the month of February, what ain't good for the goose ain't good for the gander, you know. This is Saieed, you know. I not know other person besides Saieed, you know. And I want to let you understand that. I want to let you understand that. So the unvaccinated could party. The unvaccinated could stay home and watch it on Facebook, who gone live, or watch it on your television, but the vaccinated could party. Now Trinidad and Tobago, I want Avery Hines now. I want Avery Hines now and Terence Dial Singh to tell me if the unvaccinated spreading COVID-19 and the vaccinated people could get COVID-19. Terry, I want you, my friend, as we all know you as the Minister of Health for Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to explain those scenarios for me. Brace yourself come February for Carnival. Brace yourself. Because, let me tell you something. If you have questions, I will ask all you that the media would not ask. Because I ain't buy out. I ain't buy out. It could be a house about the front color. I tell all from December month, 2021, 2022 could be a stink different year, you know. Because I will tell you something. In media is supposed to inform the citizens of our country about the correct thing without covering up. Without covering up. And I am here to tell you the correct thing without covering up. So I want now, I want Jacob now to start planning his answer. I want the riot squad that offload the tear gas canisters at the 300 people. Allegedly 300 people gathered at the Queen's Park. I want them to answer that question to the vaccinated gathering now for Carnival. Boy, let me tell you something. Have all your answers from now, you know. Because I'm dropping the warning from now. From now I'm dropping it. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saeed. Call from Tobago here.
Tobago, welcome.
Yes, Saeed. Saeed, as far as I see, this government will want this COVID to done in this country, in Trinidad and Tobago. They don't want it to done. Because like something, like they're getting some benefit off of this. Right? Because I can't understand you in this crisis that so many people dying when the day come and they're talking about Carnival. That's madness. Since Rowley get a licks in Tobago over here. like he gone mad, you know. That man gone loco. Because he didn't expect to get a lick in Tobago here because he said Tobago election was so important to him. Right? And we decide it's not important to him, it's important to us. So we move him out of power. We don't want them here anymore. Right? Because they fail us. They fail Trinidad too, they fail everybody. And he said he didn't want the work. He didn't want that job. And for heaven's sake, he's not leaving. We have to move him outside in protest. We have to move him out because we will never Trinidad and Tobago again. By the time these people gone, Saeed, we have no country here. What your child gonna live on? Sea, water, and sand. All his children away. at our suffering here. Saeed, what's going on, boy? Saeed? Saeed?
Don't worry, I'm standing up. I'm standing up, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yes, man, thank you.
I'm standing up. I'll hear this, sir. Hear this back, Anale. Chinese contractor building the central block of the Port of Spain General Hospital has threatened to terminate the contract with the government. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley confirmed this as he responded to questions from Opposition East MP Dr. Rudal Munilal in Parliament. Rowley stated that as a result of issues related to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Urban Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, that is UDCOT, and the contractors were currently dealing with a number of issues. Question: if the Shanghai Construction has terminated its contract with the government for the construction of this Pride project, the PM said he was aware that threats were made. Listen to this.
I am aware that some threats were laid, but I'm not sure whether in fact the threats were carried out. The contractor was threatening to terminate, and UDCOT had no difficulty with that because the UDCOT is protected by contractual arrangements. However, I do know that there are ongoing discussions between UDCOT and the contractor, and I'm not sure whether the threat or the issuance of a letter of termination is closing those discussions that are underway.
Now, viewers, as to state the quantum of money paid to Shanghai Construction, Rowley added that it is the involvement between UDCOT and the contractor.
If what you're implying is the claim that the contractor is making for payments, I'm saying that it is that kind of involvement that is generating the issue between UDCOT and the contractor. If you're asking as to what has been paid under the contract at face value, then I'm not in a position to tell you that now, but with notice you can get that information.
All right, Mr. Prime Minister, I will hold back my question for now. But would somebody from the UDCOT department on our Monday night show, could somebody from UDCOT please call in and confirm if Shanghai did terminate their contract? We just want to know the truth, that is all. That is all we want to know, the truth. And how much money was paid. Could somebody from UDCOT, could you all call me and disclose that, please? Because it's taxpayers' money. It's taxpayers' money. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Roshan Parashram have stated that while children do not make up large percentage of current COVID-19 hospitalization, now trend shows that those with existing health condition are winding up severely ill in hospitals. As the Omicron variant, which does not spare children like essential strain, continue to spread, the Ministry of Health reported another pediatric case.
So in terms of the pediatric cases that we have so far, I would say upwards, I don't want to put a percentage, but a majority of them have been having other underlying comorbidities, the ones that have been admitted to hospital, especially the ones in ICU, for example. But there have been cases without any known comorbidities as well, admitted to our pediatric hospitals.
So now, viewers, with having said that, the Ministry of Health has also ordered a shipment of the pediatric version of the Pfizer for age 5 to 11 as it awaits the World Health Organization, WHO, emergency use approval. So Trinidad and Tobago, you see this COVID-19 thing? It's a serious thing. But are going back to the Prime Minister concerning the Shanghai issue. The Prime Minister also stated that he has no information when asked whether the threats to terminate involved ongoing issues of mismanagement by the on-site project management company. Listen to this. So viewers, it's Friday night tonight, the 21st of January 2022 in Trinidad and Tobago. Our minister seems to be baffled of what they said in, in previous media conference relating to the COVID-19, relating to issues of Trinidad and Tobago, relating to issues pertaining to us, the citizen. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, we'll be right back after this break.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716. For further information, our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Now viewers, back to the Prime Minister concerning the Shanghai issue. The Prime Minister also stated that he had no information when asked whether the threats to terminate involved ongoing issues of mismanagement by the on-site project management company. Listen to this.
If what you're implying is the claim that the contractor is making for payments, I'm saying that it is that kind of involvement that is generating the issue between UDCOT and the contractor. If you're asking as to what has been paid under the contract at face value, then I'm not in a position to tell you that now, but with notice you can get that information.
Now viewers, hey, everything is getting so interesting, you know. Listen to this, eh? Listen to this, eh? Word just came to me. Toodly doodly doo doo doo. Hello, like that? Here it is. A source with knowledge of the project claimed that Shanghai Construction was served a termination letter. Can you hear that? Let me repeat it again. A source with knowledge of the project claimed that Shanghai Construction was served a termination notice in December to quit the $1 billion Central Block construction project. What the Prime Minister said just now? He not aware? So if the Prime Minister not aware, then something wrong, because this is $1 billion project. The Minister of Finance bound to know something. But we're going to leave that back canal for mash up Monday. Toodly doodly doo doo doo. And what I said, the man know? $1 billion project and the man know? How you call that? You call that a mash up Friday. Huh? We were related as Fire Friday. So viewers, as I said before, there are lots of issues. You go tell me $1 billion construction. Shanghai handle all kind of, even the Prime Minister rate up Shanghai Construction right here in Trinidad. Eh? The Chinese have happened. they were served with a letter to terminate. Let me tell you something, viewers, before we go. If, listen this, they were constructed, oh God, Synergy, give me 1 minute, 1 minute. If you give Shanghai construction a building to build, listen to this, and a signed document, if you hit them a letter of termination to terminate the contract, let me tell you something. You know Shanghai Construction could carry you to court for terminating them before the contract ends. So that was a little wise enough for you for Mashup Monday, coming up on the 23rd of January 2022. So viewers, until we meet again, be safe, enjoy the weekend. Remember, there are guidelines in place for the public health regulations. So be safe until we meet again for Mashup Monday. Good night.